Bro, thank you for choosing this video. Welcome back to this channel, a haven for Chelsea news updates. So find a comfortable seat and grab a drink, because this time I'm presenting 8 news stories about Chelsea facing Benfica in the UCL that you probably didn't know about. I hope to get 300 likes. By liking this video, I'm even more motivated to provide as much news as possible and as interesting as possible for you. And finally, please comment where you're from. I'd love to know which countries are watching this video.
Bro, this is crazy. Stamford Bridge is gonna be hot tonight. Chelsea versus Benfica, and what's going to make your hair stand on end? Jose Mourinho is back at his old home. The special one is bringing Benfica to face the team he once led to the pinnacle of glory. Well, this isn't just a match, it's nostalgia mixed with tension, bro. Now here's the thing, Chelsea are in a disarray. Of their last 5 matches, they've only won against Lincoln City in the Carabao Cup. The rest, losing to Bayern, getting beaten by Brighton, and even slipping up against Manchester United. Enzo Maresca is having a headache, especially with so many injuries. Cole Palmer is out, Colwill is out, Tessine is also injured, Fofana can't play, the back line is really thin. Luckily, Facundo Buenanote is back as he wasn't allowed to play last weekend against Brighton, his parent club. So, the opponent, Benfica, are coming with Mourinho, who just taken over, but he's making an immediate impact. Panlidis is once again prolific up front, Luka Bacchio is agile on the wing, Sudakov is creative in the middle, and Otamendi remains a stronghold. The question is, can Chelsea bounce back in front of their fans, or will Mourinho inflict new wounds at Stamford Bridge? My prediction? Chelsea 2-1 Benfica. It's a close call, but Stamford Bridge is usually their talisman in the UCL.
Bro, Mourinho's back again. Ahead of the Chelsea match, he made a heated statement that immediately became the talk of the football world. He said that in the last 12 months, Chelsea have been back on track, especially after lifting the Conference League and Club World Cup trophies. Mourinho phrased Chelsea as a winning machine, but make no mistake, there's a controversial side to it too. When asked about the FA's accusations against Chelsea, Mourinho blurted out, "Not Man City?" It didn't stop there. Mourinho said that no one could be bigger than him at Chelsea, unless there was a manager who could lift 4 Premier League titles. Wow, arrogant, but there's some truth to it. Then, regarding Pedro Neto, Mourinho went all out with praise. Neto is one of the best wingers in the world. Whoever the manager is very lucky to have him. And finally, the most hurtful sentence for Chelsea fans. I feel at home at Stamford Bridge, but I'm not blue anymore. I'm red now, and I want to win. It's crazy. It's like nostalgia mixed with drama. Mourinho is still Mourinho. Charismatic, controversial, and always making headlines. So, do you think Mourinho's words are just psychological warfare, or has he truly moved on from Chelsea?
Crazy, bro. Chelsea are on edge. Moises Caicedo is now facing suspension after being involved in a heated altercation against Brighton. It all started when he was arguing with Yankuba Minte, when suddenly Jan-Paul van Hecke approached and grabbed Caicedo's arm. Caicedo reacted immediately, and Van Hecke fell to the ground as if shot by a sniper. VAR checked, but only gave yellow cards to Badiashile and Lewis Dunk. The problem is Caicedo's initial action wasn't clearly captured on camera, so there's a possibility this case will be reopened for review. Chelsea fans are understandably worried as the team already lost Taloba to a red card, plus Colwill, Toastin, and Fofana are injured. The backline is already thin, so if Caicedo is also out, it could be a mess, bro. Luckily, the latest reports say additional sanctions are unlikely, but still, Chelsea are currently walking on the edge of the park. So, do you think Caicedo will get away with it, or are you ready to be suspended by EFA?
Yo, the Champions League returns to Stamford Bridge. And to make matters even hotter, the opponent? Benfica, with a familiar new manager. Jose. Yup, this special one is back at the bridge, but this time as the enemy. Now, focus on Chelsea. Enzo Maresca is having a tough time. Injuries are everywhere, his form is inconsistent, and a red card is making things even more complicated. But the good news is, Chalobah can play because his suspension only applies to the Premier League. Badiashile is also back fit. Plus, Romeo Lavia is ready to provide some fresh energy in midfield. Now, let's talk about the predicted lineups. Robert Sanchez is still trusted between the sticks. On the right, Malo Gusto is a safe choice, while Cucurella remains on the left. The center back duo, Chalobah and Badiashile, will be solid. In midfield, Maresca will likely field Enzo Fernandez alongside Caicedo if fit, plus Lavia for balance. This trio will be key against Benfica. Up front, Pedro Neto will be deployed on the right, Garnacho on the left, and Joao Pedro will play behind the striker. As for the spearhead, Maresca is reportedly going to trust 19-year-old wonder kid Tyreek George. Crazy! This match isn't just about 3 points, but also about Maresca's pride preventing further pressure from the fans. Do you think this lineup is enough to defeat Benfica? Or are there other names who should start?
Bro, Enzo Maresca is making a splash. Ahead of the Champions League match against Benfica, he openly stated that Joel Hado, a 19-year-old defender who has only made 3 starts this season, will be a top player for Chelsea. Maresca even included Hado in a list of 4 summer signings he believes could explode in Europe. He said, Hado will be a big player for Chelsea. They all have incredible talent, and the more they play, the more impressive their performances will be. For those of you who don't know, Hado was signed from Ajax for £37 million. He's only been getting more minutes in the past week due to Chelsea's defensive crisis. Colville has an ACL injury, Tosin has a calf problem, and Fofana is still recovering from a concussion. So Hado has automatically stepped up to the big stage. And reportedly, he's predicted to start against Benfica alongside Badiashile and Chalobah. Crazy. That's a lot of responsibility for a 19-year-old. Do you think Hado will be Chelsea's future star, or is Maresca's hype overblown?
Bro, another big dilemma for Enzo Maresca. Chelsea will face Benfica in the Champions League, but behind that lies a big problem: how to prepare the defense to face Liverpool this weekend. Chalobah is actually the safest choice in the heart of the defense, but the problem? He's definitely out against Liverpool due to his red card against Brighton. What does that mean? If Maresca continues to rely on Chalobah against Benfica, it's just a quick fix. It would be wiser to field another duo like Badiashile, Hado, or even Akampom now so they can build chemistry before facing Liverpool's fierce trio, Isak, Gakpo, and Salah. The risk is indeed high, and it could be a blunder if the experiment fails. But if it succeeds, Chelsea will be even more prepared to fight against the Reds. So, Maresca must choose: play it safe against Benfica, or take a risk to prepare better.
Chelsea is reportedly ready to hijack the transfer of Nico Paz from Como, who has long been a target for Real Madrid. The young Argentine is touted as one of the hottest wonder kids in Europe right now. Madrid was actually already in pole position, but Chelsea suddenly swooped in with big ambitions. And you know, when Chelsea steps in, they're going to be paying a lot of money. Moreover, it's rumored that Nico Paz's price could reach over 80 million euros. What makes it exciting is that it's not just Madrid and Chelsea. Tottenham are also joining the race, so you can imagine the competition will be fierce. Nico Paz is young, has incredible potential, and could be a long-term investment for any team that secures his signature. Now the question is, bro, can Chelsea really hijack Madrid, or will Paz choose the classic route, wearing the white shirt of Los Blancos?
Chelsea and Manchester United are both eyeing AC Milan goalkeeper Mike Maignan. The 30-year-old Frenchman has just 1 year left on his contract at the San Siro, and he's reportedly interested in a move to the Premier League to test his skills in the world's toughest league. Maignan has proven himself as one of Europe's top goalkeepers since moving from Lille in 2021. His record is impressive: 169 appearances for Milan, 63 clean sheets, and he's been their mainstay in Serie A. However, Milan aren't willing to let go of their golden asset easily, and they're currently in negotiations for a new contract. Chelsea themselves have long been unsettled in the goalkeeping department. Sanchez and Jorgensen often make blunders that leave fans scratching their heads. So Manchester United are no different. Their new goalkeeper hasn't proven himself, while Bander sometimes makes them nervous. So if Maignan does leave, this could be a wild battle between the Blues and the Red Devils. Do you think Maignan is better suited to guarding Chelsea or United's goal?